You. Hi, Renee.
Hi, Dr. Becker. How are you?
Hello, friend.
Thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us.
You bet.
All right. So our first question is, what is the biggest problem you are seeing with the economy and its effect on pet guardians?
Well, my goal is to get your pet to the vet. You know, what happens a lot of times now, there's a recent survey out that shows that 50% of pet owners are waiting until there are obvious signs that a pet is sick before they're taking them to the veterinarian.
Right.
And that concerns me because although we talk to our pets like they're human, you know, how we ask them questions, answer for them, you know, I don't speak a lick a Labrador or a pinch of Persian, and you know, Chewy here can't tell me, you know what, my tooth is hurting, my ear feels funny, I feel a little sick lately, I don't have as much energy as normal, which could be the early sign of a thyroid deficiency. So, you know, as good as our intentions are as a pet owner, it takes somebody that has training, in experience and training, to not only see obvious problems, to look for those hidden problems. And that's what you know, preventive health care is all about.
So what are some ways that they can look for those hidden problems? Well,
the first thing to do is to, you know, be on a heightened sense of awareness at home. Like if your pet's eating habits have changed, they're more lethargic, not as playful as they once were. You notice that their bathroom habits have changed. Those all might be signs that something is wrong with the pet. And you know, pets age so much faster than humans. Sometimes people think, I'll just put it off this year and I'll take them in next year. Well, if you wait a single year, delay that to taking your pet to the vet, that's a human equivalent of saying, I'm not going to go to the dentist, the doctor, or the optometrist until the year 2016.
Wow.
Now that sounds absurd. Of course we're not going to wait as humans to do it either. And you know, we don't think of these as animals. We don't even think of them as pets. We think of them as our children. We call ourselves our pets mom and dad. And you know, we've already talked about the fact they can't tell us where it hurts, when they feel sick. And that's why you need to go to the veterinarian for that annual visit, so that we can do that tip of the nose to the tip of the tail exam we do and uncover any hidden problems.
Right. So realistic, how often should people take their pets to the vet?
A minimum of once a year.
Okay.
You know, if you think about this, let's say you just waited even 3 months, is equivalent of about 2 years.
Wow.
And that's where I'm really tickled that Advantage by Bear Animal Health has that $250,000 in free $20 veterinary vouchers they're offering. You just go to gettothevet.com to register for your chance to obtain one. There's no purchase necessary. It doesn't have to be used on their products, which seems unbelievable. You can use it for any preventive health care, a wellness exam. You can use it for parasite control products. You can use it for dentistry. So it's just a great incentive. You know, if you go to gettothevet.com, you could win one of these 13,000 vouchers.
Wow.
And it's just a great incentive to pick up the phone, make that appointment, and get your pet to the vet.
Right. So this is the Love Your Pet, Get to the Vet campaign?
Yes.
All right. So do you have any other tips for maintaining your pet's health care on a budget?
Well, I'm going to tell you 3 things that I do at home myself, and these are all free. And, you know, I'm a veterinarian, but I'm a lifetime pet lover, and I wake up every morning with three noses right by me in bed. The first thing is to groom your pet more often. Not only does that get rid of a lot of the hair, which is, you know, shedding's the #1 pet owner complaint, but also it keeps a lot of air that's able to travel down to the surface of the skin, so you have fewer skin problems. So frequent grooming, #1. #2 is to exercise your pet more and try to keep them closer to their ideal body weight. I'm here in Las Vegas at the world's largest veterinary meeting, the Western Veterinary Conference, and there's a report in the Journal of the American Veterinary Medical Association coming out this week that shows this. Are you ready? 50% of America's pets are overweight or obese.
Wow.
And there's no bikini season in dogs, you know. Chewy here is not going to try to squeeze into last year's pair of pants, and never going to look in the mirror at his hairy derriere and go, you know what, bye, wow, no more Scooby snacks for me till I thin down a little bit here. But, you know, fat cats and pudgy pooches are funny in cartoons, but in real life, they're like tubby time bombs ticking away their health. And we see an increased risk of kidney disease, heart disease, behavioral issues, an increased risk of cancer, especially joint problems. So just by keeping them closer to their ideal body weight, you prevent arthritis, you prevent cancer, you prevent heart disease and kidney disease. And the other thing, when you exercise your pets, not only do pounds melt away, but behavioral problems melt away. And veterinary behaviorists have a term that a tired dog is a happy dog, and a tired cat is a happy cat, and that is certainly true. And the third thing you can do, so besides more frequent grooming, getting them out exercising, is daily dental care of some sorts. Every pet needs daily dental care, whether you're brushing their teeth daily like we do with all 3 of our pets, you're using one of the dental chews, one of the dental diets, you're putting an additive in their water, you're using dental sealants, any of those things. You want to have better oral health all the time, and by doing that you also delay the time between regular professional cleanings, which again is going to save you money.
Right. So going back to the economy, do you have any advice for those whose income has decreased but they still want to keep their pets?
Well, you know, the first thing, I think that gettothevet.com to win one of those $20 vouchers is something great. And,
yeah.
and 2 is there's lots of breed rescue organizations out there on the internet. So if you happen to have, one of the purebred breeds, there's all sorts of things available. Veterinary pet insurance is also a very good thing. Several of the professional organizations like the American Animal Hospital Associations have some funds. Several of the local shelters. There's some great resources on the web to go out there and find people that may be able to help you with your veterinary bills. If, I wrote a book called The Healing Power of Pets, and we've all known pets made us feel good, but we just didn't know that pets were good for us and that there was research to back up the fact that they elevate our mood, they lift us out of depression, they blunt chronic pain, they lower our blood pressure, they increase our survivability of heart attacks. And so, it's not just the fact that, we owe it to them as our children. It's actually good for human health and well-being as well. So
right.
I kind of look at them as life support systems cleverly disguised as 4-legged family members.
Right. Well, all right. I think that's all of the questions I have prepared. Do you have anything else to add?
Well, again, you might, this sounds corny, but I really believe this. You might be losing the equity in your house, and you might be losing part of your 401k. You may even be losing your job, or you might be losing your hair like me, but I'll tell you the one thing you'll never lose. You'll never lose the unconditional love of a pet.
Exactly.
And when you come home, you never find the dog's suitcases packed. You never, find a note from the cat saying, you know what, I don't love you anymore. And frankly, in these times that are kind of topsy-turvy, there's something great about coming home and knowing the predictability of that reunion that awaits you.
Definitely.